Peace, peace. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to He Got Credit. I'm your host, Brother Najee, and today we're going to talk about how America is designed to keep you in debt. Okay? So let's dive into it. What most people got to understand is this, right? America is a big business, and in order for this business to keep going and operating, it needs consumption via consumers. Okay? So everyone that's on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, etc., these people are 90% consumers, okay? The other 10% of these people are people that sell products and services, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is because America needs consumers in order for the engine to run. And in order for that engine to run, you need to be in debt. All right? You need to be in debt. You need to be in debt with the house. You need to be in debt for that car you're driving. You need to be in debt for those student loans. You need to be in debt for that business loan. You need to be in debt for that personal loan. Okay? Or in any other type of loan you decide to get in order to, you have to finance something because you don't have the cash, or maybe you do have the cash and you want to use other people's money, right? Now, there's nothing wrong if you want to get a loan. There's nothing wrong if you want to go into debt. However, this is how America works. America wouldn't be able to work if everybody was just paying cash. Okay? They need a system in place for it to collect interest so the machine can stay oiled so it can keep running. All right? So, ways you can avoid going into debt. All right? That $50,000 car that you have right now, you really think you need it? No, you probably don't need it. You can spend $15,000, $5,000, $10,000 on a used car. That's not saying that a $5,000 car is going to be that nice, but something that's $15,000 as opposed to $50,000, you can spend $15,000 on that. You can pay cash for that and not go into debt. All right. Buy time when you want to rent. While you're renting, you're buying time so you can buy that home, right? And this is just my recommendation. I'm not saying do this, but what I'm recommending is, look, have anywhere from 30 to 50% to put down on that home that you're trying to get. And the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm telling you this is because whenever you have anywhere from 30 to 50% down, you can then have a very, 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 very low mortgage. And not only just that, you can get a 15-year mortgage and pay it off in 15 years as opposed to 30 years. You see what I'm saying? So 30 to 50% down, right, on a nice home, whatever you desire, which is going to take time for you to save up that money, but it's best that you're able to put down that much money so you can pay it down in a very short period of time, have a low mortgage payment on top of it, and then you can decide to say, hey, I want to sell it, I want to keep it, I want to pull the equity out of it, I want to pass it down to my children, whatever you decide to do with that property. You understand? Now, what you got to understand is this as well. Just because you're able to go into debt does not mean that is the best solution for you, okay? There's many people in America who struggle with paying student loans. You went to college, the major that you was majoring in, it didn't make any money for you, or better yet, you changed majors, you didn't like college, so you dropped out or you stayed in. Now, most of us have about anywhere from upwards from $10,000 up to $100,000 worth of student loan debt, all right? You don't want to fall into this money pit, all right? If you're going to go to college, right, get grants, get full ride scholarships, get an academic scholarship, get a sports scholarship, get a scholarship. That way you don't put yourself in the hole. You don't want to put yourself in the hole whenever you go into student loan debt, or if you get a student loan, or if you're going to college. You don't want to put yourself into debt. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the numbers don't equal up. They don't match up. Because you may go, let's say, for example, you go to school to be a doctor, right? You go to school to be a doctor. In order to get the degree, it's about 8 years, 6 to 8 years, right? Depending on what type of doctor you are, right? If you're just a regular pharmaceutical doctor, they make about 90 grand, close to 100,000 a year, something like that. But guess what, though? You're probably in 90 to 100,000 worth of debt that you have to repay back on top of interest, all right? And this is how the machine keeps going. Most of the college degrees that you are going to get, the job that you get for that degree is not going to be able to pay off that debt in the time that you think, especially when it's occurring interest. All right, this is what you got to understand, and this is how you don't fall into the money pit. And now I know most people listen to Dave Ramsey, they listen to Grant Cardone, they listen to many names out there that that educate people on finance, real estate, business, etc. Right? However, the practicality of it is that keep it simple, keep it black and white, and keep it basic. And the reason why you want to do this is because if you go into a field and you know you don't have the money to pay for it, you need to come up with ways in order to pay for it via scholarship, grants, whether you get a job or a side hustle, you create something, you invent something in order to pay off that debt before you get out of college, because you don't want to get a job that doesn't pay that much money in order for you to pay that debt. Because the moment you have a student loan debt, then when you graduate college, you're like, well, dang, I might want to get married in the future. So now you got to worry about finding a husband or a wife. Then you got to get a home. Now, depending on the person that you get with, they might have student loan debt. So that's 2 student loan debts right there. That probably equivalates about, on average, $50,000 on average, if not more. And then on top of that, you get a home. The home is going to be around $250,000 upwards to $350,000, $450,000. So you're looking at about $600,000, close to $500,000 right there in debt already. And you're not even 40 years old yet at this point, let alone 35. You're not even there yet, and you're already in all this debt. And like I said, I know Grant Cardone, he talks about having debt and turning it to assets. Well, the average consumer, which is 90% base, they're not thinking on the mindset in terms of being an investor whenever they're getting a car, they're getting a house, or they're getting a personal loan. They're not thinking like that. They're thinking to pay off debts, consolidate debt, get a house, get a car, because they're making more money now than so as they think. But their debt to income ratio is like, well, you have $200,000 worth of debt, but you're only making $90,000 a year. It don't add up. It don't make sense. And so this is why I'm telling you, there's other ways and methods as for you to becoming successful and for you to having finances that you don't have to work yourself into the grave in order to live a great life. Eat little to live long is what I'm trying to tell you. Eat little to live long, okay? Understand that the cars are not going anywhere. The housing is not going anywhere. Investing is not going anywhere. None of this stuff is going anywhere. However, I know we only have one life to live, but you don't want to bury yourself in debt to the point you're stressed out and you put yourself in debt or in the grave just because you want to have the flashy car, you want to have the biggest house on the block, or you want to say, oh, I got a master's degree or I got a PhD. At the end of the day, you cannot pass down a PhD. You cannot pass down a master's degree. You however, can pass down a house. You can pass down a car. You can do those things. But what I'm saying is that you don't have to bury yourself in so much debt in order to live a great life. You can easily make $50,000 a year and not be in any debt and live comfortably, making $50,000 a year, if that's what you choose to do, and living within your means, okay? Living within your means. You can get you a $200,000, $150,000 house, because I understand you got to have somewhere to live. You can rent out somewhere that's really nice. You got to have somewhere to live regardless of wherever you at. Hell, you could even get your RV if you wanted to. You can get your RV if you wanted to and live out of that if you really want to be frugal and you really want to not be in debt or not be circumstances about America and how it has so much debt in this society for it to bury you. Okay? So, what I'm trying to explain is that live within your means, figure out other ways to suffice your cost of living, and then also understand that eat little so you can live longer. Material things are not going anywhere. When you die, there will still be more products and more cars and houses being developed and built. There will still be more land. Well, the land is a scarcity, but there will be land out there for sale. Things are in abundance. Okay, every material things are in abundance. It's everywhere. It's constantly growing. It's constantly evolving. All right. Don't think that you got to have everything now. okay, and bury yourself to the point where you gotta work in order to sustain this lifestyle. You have to literally grind yourself to have this car and have this house. It's not all about that, okay? Living a simple life, living a comfortable life within your means is perfectly fine, okay? It's perfectly fine. All right? Now, for those people that's like, well, I got a house and I'm renting it out, I'm Airbnb-ing it, or I got a car and I got it on Turo. That's fine. You got to understand though, 90% of people don't think like that. They're not buying their new Mercedes Benz to put it on Turo or to rent it out to other people. They're not buying that big beautiful house to Airbnb it. These things that people are buying, they're buying them because they have reached a certain level in life to where they can think they afford these things, and this is for their family that they have. They're not thinking about Airbnb-ing it. They're not thinking about fixing and flipping it. They're not thinking about that. 90% of people are not thinking like that, okay? Now, I will say this. In this day and age, a lot more people are thinking about investing. A lot more people are thinking about Airbnb, Turo, crypto, and other means and ways to create multiple streams of income. Perfectly fine. This is the day and age we live in. And back in those days, a lot of people weren't thinking like that. A lot of people weren't thinking like that. They were thinking work, 9 to 5, 7 to 5, 8 to 4, etc., right? However, in this day and age, a lot more people are thinking about investing because times have changed. And guess what? The cost of living has went up. Cost of living has went up. Inflation is at an all-time high, which is, I think it's reached like, a 30% high since the 1990s. It's at an all-time high now. Gas prices are up. Car rental services are up. Buying and selling cars is up. The housing market is up. The stock market is up. Everything is up right now, but your money. You're still making $15 an hour, $20 an hour, $25 an hour. I don't care where you live at. Right now, if you're making that type of money, that's not enough money in order for you to take care of an entire family unless you have two streams of income coming in, or not multiple, or both people are working in your home, right? Understand that, okay? So you must think with an investment mindset. You must think invest. You must think like that in this day and age. If not, you will be buried in debt. You will be living paycheck to paycheck. You will be broke, okay? If you don't think investing instead of consuming, okay? Be an investor, not a consumer, okay? Not saying you can't buy nice things. Everybody likes nice things. Hell, I like nice things. However, I know that this stuff is not going anywhere. I know that there will be more to come next year, or what I missed today, I'm pretty sure I can buy it tomorrow because it's an abundance of it. And you can put a price on anything. All right. So look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Okay. I just wanted to go over a few things about how America is designed to keep you in debt and ways to avoid it. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification for future videos. If you need to follow me on social media, follow me on He Got Credit Snapchat, He Got Credit on Twitter, Instagram, He Got J's23, Najee She Amaru Ali on Facebook. And then if you need to contact me for authorized user trade lines or primary trade lines, go on the website, hegotcredit.net, or call or text me at 405-441-3276. Again, that's 405-441-3276. I'm out. Peace.